Kitkatscanread. Hello and good morning everybody, my name is Katie. It's Monday, it's the start of a new vlog. So it's 25 past 8 in the morning. I have been up since 6:30. Now that it's getting lighter a lot earlier, the cats think, hey, it's daytime, let's wake up mummy because we want food. So I was like, you know what, I went to bed, fell asleep around 10 PM and I've had my night's worth of sleep. I woke up twice, mostly to go to the toilet. My bladder's really weak at the moment. Cats are sorted, they've had their litter sorted and they've got fresh food. They're currently sat just here at the moment. Say hello! Hi! Say hello, Luna. Luna's like, no. So, here we are. Brand new week. Today is day one of the Galley-a-thon. I'm really excited. I actually have a list of things to do that my bag is currently gathering because I've got a work meeting later. Today is technically my first day back to work in a way because I'm having the meeting. It's just a back to work interview, that's all it is. It's nothing exciting. It's just pretty much chatting about me, how I'm feeling, and you know, my days and stuff going forwards with work, my plans, and you know, yada yada yada. So that's at 2 PM. So I'm planning on doing some reading sprints from 10 PM until 1:30. It's a 7-minute drive, it won't take me long, so at least finishing at 1:30 I can just sort of like finish off every last thing, grab myself a little bit of lunch really quickly and then drive and head off to work. And then after work I'm going to be going shopping, getting my shopping for the week. I'm budgeting myself £25. I'm going to be using a calculator as I shop. Do I care? No, I don't. I've done it before and it's worked out brilliantly. Anything that Lidl do sell, because sometimes they sell random crap, like for example I have some Harry Potter Barbie dolls. So if they sell random crap and I can afford it, I'll get it. Like basically as long as I have on my credit card roughly around £500, I should be okay. But obviously I don't want to like overspend or anything, so I have to remember I've got to keep 100 for shopping, so that means like 273 something, because that includes all my bills and that's also my bills on my actual bank account. So yeah, as long as I keep it around 500 should be fine. But at the end of the day I also do want to kind of like save as well as much as I can. So yeah, I'm alright. It's all good. I'm feeling alright. Bit strange to go into work, but it is what it is. I start my official first shift actually tomorrow. I'm working 8 till 1 PM. I'm only working 5 hours, just going to see how I go. And then there's a few days off in between and then I'm working Friday. If I find that I am okay tomorrow, I'll probably let my manager know and say, hey, give me a couple more shifts. I won't jump in next week straight off like with my full whack. I want to like wean myself back in just because, you know, I don't want to fall flat on my face, and I will tell them that today as well when I go see them. So the weather's really nice so far, the sun is shining. You'll probably see it behind me because the sun always starts on this side, and then afternoon it's always this side. So yeah, the sun is shining. It's quite cold this morning though. I have just put a load of laundry on and it should be finished now. Actually I need to put the second load on because I was washing bath mats, bath towels in the first load along with kitchen towels. I was just like, you know what, let's just do a weekly clean of those and put them in the tumble and then do the cleaning of the clothes, which, you know, we haven't done the laundry in probably like 4 maybe 5 days because it's not needed. You know, there's not a lot in the basket. You know, there's 2 of us. Aaron wears his jeans like pretty much most of the week. I had to force him the last time I did laundry to take his bloody jeans off and let me wash them, which he did, so that's okay. I said, as long as you let me wash them like once a week, you're fine. I change my clothes near enough every day. I'm just, you know, that's just me. Sometimes I wear the same t-shirt twice, but I spill things on myself. I'm the clumsiest person ever, and I unfortunately I'm one of those people that I do sweat. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. So yes, I've got a little checklist today here. I've got my sprints from 10 to 1:30 for me to read, hopefully maybe game at some point this afternoon. Shopping after my meeting. Amazon delivery is meant to come at some point today. That is for some Aero 360 tablets. I've got an Aero 360 up there, I've got one in the shed. They absorb moisture, damp, and make the place smell nice. So yeah, gonna get one of them. I'm updating my reading journal now, so that's already done. To update my diary, I updated it yesterday, so at some point today I'll give an update, probably some point this morning, just before I do my live. And yeah, vlogging now, that's literally it. I've got an easygoing to-do list today. So yeah, day one of Galliathon. What am I reading then? Oh, boom! This is going to be my first book. The Runaway Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. I've got an e-arc of this, and my pre-order came at the weekend on Saturday, so perfect. I can physically read this book and they get the e-arc reviewed, so it's, you know, it's brilliant, it's perfect. This book has just over 300 pages, but it's Jacqueline Wilson, so it might read quite easily. It's a children's book. This is a historical fiction book. It's based in 1851. I'm really excited because it's a brand new book. Yeah, so that's going to be my first book for the Galliathon, and it's going to be the book I'm going to be reading from today. I've had to put my other current reads on hold, unfortunately, because I want to focus on Galliathon this week. And what I might do is I might still be able to fuse in my current reads as well as Galliathon books as well, like just because I might still have urges to read from the Duff. So like I'll probably read like a shitload of Runaway Girls, unless I'm really enjoying this and I just flow through it. Then, you know, if I finish that, maybe I could like go on to the Duff, unless I really desperately want to read. It depends, I don't know how I'm feeling yet. But Malibu Rising is like the next book in line. It's Taylor Jenkins Reid, and if I can't restrain myself, I'm going to have to read Malibu Rising. Then maybe I'll go on to reading a bit more of the Duff. But to be honest, I might leave like nighttime reading for the Duff. We'll see. I don't know. Nighttime reading for what I want to read, daytime reading for Galliathon, just so that I don't neglect my currently reading books. Obviously I will definitely go back to them next week anyway, because it's like the last week pretty much of March, and I need to really get onto Serpent and Dove. That is my definite read that I've got to from my TBR. It's my group read, and I couldn't read it in February because of COVID, and you know, long COVID has affected the first week of March definitely, so it's no excuse really. For this, we're week 3 of March now, and I've lost that dizziness now. I need to get onto Serpent and Dove. So actually, feel like Serpent and Dove I may have got as an e-arc from Edelweiss. If I did, it counts for this week, so I might continue reading it this week because I read the first chapter. It's definitely quite interesting. So I might. We'll see how I go though. I'll see how I go. So we shall see. Maybe I could like somehow fuse it into this week. So yes, that's how I am, what's been going on, what's happening today, am I reading. That's it guys. I might do some gaming later, film, I don't know, I'll see how I feel after shopping. If I'm feeling exhausted, obviously I won't, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel. We shall see how we go. But anyway, for now I'm gonna say goodbye, and I hope you guys are doing good today, and I'll speak to you soon. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I am just going to very quickly update you on how my day went yesterday. I wanted to make sure the books were in the view then, because I know you guys like seeing the books in the view. So yeah, I went to my back to work meeting, pretty much discussed like, you know, my sicknesses actually, because I first had glandular fever in January that I tested positive for, and then I had the COVID in the February. So for the past couple of sicknesses I had to fill it in. Obviously my sickness record doesn't look good because I also caught the flu around December as well, so every month I picked up something, which obviously doesn't look good. But I did reassure them that I am now taking vitamin D supplements, which I've been advised to take, and also echinacea as well, which is meant to be really, really good for colds and any sort of like bugs like that. So yeah, touch wood, I don't pick up anything else. And I've pretty much, because my probation had to be extended because I only started the job in September last year, it means that my probation had to be extended until June. So realistically I would like to not be off work ill until at least July if possible. It makes things difficult because obviously me and Aaron are planning on trying for kids this year, so I don't want it to look bad that I've been off ill and then I'll be off on maternity leave if that ever happens. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've just got to be a bit careful about that. So yeah, I mean I'm kind of waiting until after my second vaccine anyway, before we do try anything. But yeah, it's going to be a whatever happens happens, but obviously we do want to try 4 kids, so you know, if and when it happens, obviously it's meant to be, and obviously we'll have the new unit by then and everything. So yeah, just going to pretty much just be really sort of like careful from now onwards. So yeah, it was pretty much a discussion about all of that, and they're happy that I'm coming back, and I asked for their advice on like my shifts for next week. They said just see how you are, especially after today, and see how I feel like possibly like tomorrow, like the day after, because it might be that I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, this was fine, and then Wednesday I'll be like, okay, it's just hit me a bit. So I said to head office, because my fit note came through yesterday evening, but it's one that says that I can work but with amended hours and duties. Obviously with duties it would be just anything like, you know, no long walks, anything that would just get the heart racing, which will end up exhausting me like a lot. So yeah, I mean I'll be able to go on like a short walk of like 10 minutes, that's perfectly fine, but like nothing like strenuous, like half an hour to an hour or more sort of thing. I'll be able to drive, I'm perfectly fine with driving. I'm only working 5 hours at the moment, but yeah, I just say to them, I said, what would you reckon, extension of hours or possibly another shift? And they suggested another shift, and I said possibly might be able to up some hours as well. So like for example, might be able to do a Friday shift like normal, which was, you know, 6 hours, and then I think my Tuesday shift was about 7 hours, but that should be fine. And then like, I don't know, maybe see how those go. So maybe you could do something like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something like that, and just see how those, well yeah, I don't know, Thursday's the long shift, I was told to leave that last, and that's the 9-hour shift. So yeah, just making sure there's kind of like a day in between, if that makes sense. So even if I did work the Thursday, whether it's in a different home or whether it was just a shift that was halved, just something, you know. I do feel quite useless because of it, but I know that it's not my fault. I know that I'm trying. The time is it's coming up 7:30, but I've been up since 6:30. I've woken up several times, mostly the cats. Most of the time it's also been like dehydration. I've been really, really thirsty during the night lately, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's been very strange. I do drink quite a bit throughout the day. I make teas, I make my milkshakes, I've got my squash bottle, I've currently got this glass of juice. I'm drinking throughout the day. I just don't know why I'm very, very thirsty, but I've filled up my work water bottle. I did sort my work stuff last night, cleaned out my bag, because obviously before that I was unwell. I think I've left my actual mug and sweeteners at the home I normally work in, so it's there. So I have had to bring a new mug, and I've also got a tiny little sweetener thing, so I've brought those with me today. So yeah, so for making hot drinks and stuff. I am nervous definitely today because it's a new home that I'll be working in with new companions and new staff, so it's new, and of course there's always going to be that anxiety of, you know, I hope they like me, and you know, I hope I get on okay, and I hope I'm not too useless being there like on these amended hours and whatnot. So yeah, don't really know like how that's gonna go. But yeah, so I am feeling nervous, but I'm also kind of feeling excited. It's also really nice to meet new people, and it's nice to have a bit of new change as well. So I don't mind wherever I work as long as I'm able to work. That's perfectly fine. I just hope that I get things right. As long as I'm shown the right things to do and the right whatever, then, you know, should be okay. So weather, I mean, it's 7:30. I can't really give you what weather is today. I mean, at the moment it seems like it might be a nice day because like the sky of blue is starting to come over. It's a little bit cloudy. It's quite cold this morning because some of the windows are steamed up. The one behind me is a little bit steamed up, but these are like, I think they're single glazed windows. I think they're not very good. So yeah, I've got work today, 8 AM until 1 PM today. I'm going to pop into the workshop, the lantern shop, and I've got a £10 voucher that I was given for my birthday that I can spend in the shop. So I'm going to have a little look around, see if there's anything that I can buy with that voucher. I'm also going to have a look at the secondhand books, of course I am, and the DVDs. And I've also got some books and DVDs that I'm going to donate as well. I'm going to pop into the shop and just pop them there, and just ask them if it's okay if I can just pop them on the shelf, because they're mine. So, and then after, I mean, I'm pretty much just gonna chill. I mean, it's work. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Probably end up when Aaron wakes up around, normally around 5 or 6, do exactly what we did yesterday. We played Call of Duty, Cold War, but the zombie mode. I love zombie games, and when we played the zombie mode, I played 3 games. I played 1 yesterday morning, and I played 2 games with him just before he went to work. So fun, really loved working with Aaron. And then we played the 2 games in the evening online with other players, and obviously I'm just like, oh my goodness, other players are going to think I'm stupid, but luckily I've got Aaron with me, so he had my back and everything. And I actually did pretty good, like most of the time, even without his help. Like, I was like, are you proud of me? And he was like, 3 games in, you're like level 6, like you've leveled up twice every time. He was like, yeah, I'm proud. And I just said, yeah, you know what, I've had a real load of fun playing this game with you. And he was like, yeah, I have to admit I do. And I was like, well, this is another thing that we found that we can do together. Geeky as it is, like, it's just nice to find something to do with your partner. And this is why it's good to have some interests together. When you don't have some interest for somebody, it does get a bit tough of like, you know, one of you will have to sacrifice trying to learn something new or trying to get to like something. But luckily both me and Aaron, we kind of like the same things. I like my reading. Aaron likes reading comics and mangas and graphic novels. Mostly comics online is what he reads. And I obviously like my physical books, my ebooks. I do like the comics and manga too. Probably say I'm more of a manga person, like anime sort of manga. But Aaron reads more into like comics. He reads them when he's at work because he works at night shifts, so when there's a quiet period he'll go on the computer and he'll read up some comics in between jobs and stuff. Reading wise, I believe I did pretty good yesterday, all things considered, which is probably why I was knackered in the evening. So I started the Runaway Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. This is for the Galley-a-thon because I did have an e-arc galley from NetGalley for this. So this is my first book, but I totally forgot that I pre-ordered this as well from Waterstone. So this came on Saturday and I thought, this is perfect. I can read the physical book and get the e-arc reviewed. So yeah, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I got up to chapter 4, page 48. My goodness, I can't believe how emotionally involved I am in this book. Jacqueline Wilson, it's a children's book. She's managed to get me so emotionally like tied towards this main girl character. Like, where she's just being treated so craply by her family. I mean, like, there was one point where the dad was just like, I don't know if I love you at the moment. I'm like, how can you say that to your child? Like, how can you say that? It just made me so angry. And this is based in 1851. And even in the streets of London, like, they just treat people so horribly. And, oh, yeah, just... oh, so emotionally involved, so emotionally involved. But I am really enjoying it though. It's different, and it's Jacqueline Wilson's latest book. Then what I've been doing is, like, during the day I'll read my NetGalley book unless I kind of want to read it at night, but most of the time I want to listen to an audiobook when I'm getting into bed. And I don't have an audiobook yet of The Runaway Girls. I'm not sure if there's one on Scribd, I haven't even looked yet, but I am listening to an audiobook at the moment, so that's why I'm kind of focusing on this one. And I am listening to The Duff by Cody Keplinger, as well as physically reading it, and I am on page 89. I'm literally just about to finish a chapter actually. I've got like 3 pages left, so I'm about to be on page 92. Hopefully I can get to that just before I have to leave for work in a few minutes. Really enjoying the reread. It's so different to the TV show. Like, if you've seen the TV show on Netflix and you're like, oh, I want to read the book, yeah, it's very different. The parents are different. The characters are there, Wesley's there, you've got the 2 friends that are there, but yeah, it's very different. It's different with the parents, with the families and everything, and characters and the character situations and stuff. Like, it's all different, and new characters as well that aren't in the movie. So yeah, it is very different. So, but the generalised Duff is that designated ugly fat friend sort of thing. So yeah, but I am really enjoying it though. So those are the 2 books I'm reading at the moment. I'm going to take this with me to work if there is an occasion where I can read. There might not be, but you know, you just never know. I always bring a book with me wherever I go, and yeah, I always bring a book with me to work because you just never know. There's a situation where you've just done everything that you could do, and you just need 5 minutes to just as a timeout. So yeah, that's what that's for. Yeah, that's all I can say really. So that's it for today. That was the update on yesterday and what I managed to get done, and also for today. I will let you guys know. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow, updating you on how my shift went and on the rest of my day, and also my plans for the Wednesday. But yeah, it's been really nice to chat with you today, and I hope you guys are going to have a good day. Hello and good morning everybody. It's actually Wednesday and I am here to update you on everything that has been going on with the rest of yesterday, as well as my plans for today. So yesterday I was feeling quite tired, sort of like early evening, late afternoon, but I didn't fall asleep or anything. I just really chilled out. I was quite frustrated actually because a game got deleted from my PS4 that I was literally just playing that day with Aaron, and it's a big game. It's Call of Duty Cold War, and I was so frustrated, and I'm just like, so I was like, okay, well, I'll download it now, and hopefully if I keep it in the rest mode it should have it downloaded by the time you're home in the morning. So fingers crossed. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to look at it after this vlog so that we can play some zombie mode. Yeah, the blue controller that I had, it's very strange. I was playing with that earlier, to be honest, and it has a mind of its own. The controls are going all over the place. So I made the decision to put it on Facebook Marketplace to see if anybody wants it for spares and parts, if not to try and fix it. And I actually had so many people message me. I didn't think that I would for like spares and parts and stuff, but so many people messaged. I had about probably 10 people in the end. I had to turn away loads of people because I had somebody say they could collect it today, but they messaged me this morning saying they couldn't. I have somebody that I've actually been messaging. I've had a few messages about like PS4 and stuff. They seem pretty genuine and pretty decent. I just said, look, if you want it, it's still yours because the other person cancelled. They were like, oh brilliant, I'll swim by at some point late this morning and pick it up. So I'm like, cool. So yeah, I'd rather it go to a good home, and if somebody's gonna fix it, it'd be nice. And if it gives somebody a chance to tinkle with it and, you know, get it fixed, then that's brilliant. So I'm feeling pretty good today. Obviously I didn't know how I was going to be after my first shift yesterday. I mean, I was quite tired yesterday, like I say, in the evening, so like maybe just, you know, those hours caught up with me and everything, because obviously concentrating, I was cooking at work, so it's the concentration of getting everything right, making sure you don't food poison people. But the food was amazing. Like the spaghetti bolognese, like the actual bolognese itself was amazing, the pasta cooked brilliantly, everything was just done on time. So yeah, it was It was really good. So yeah, I just relaxed. I didn't do any reading throughout the day. I didn't play any more games. I remember napping on the bed with Aaron at one point, and then I came back out here, and I really can't remember. I literally have a vlog. I think I was just like on the PS4 just looking around at games and stuff. And then in the evening I was clearing up some of my games. I was just like, okay, well let me just clear, like close my games off. Like realistically I should have like probably 10 games at once so that maybe the PS4 works better. I don't know, like maybe it goes faster or something, like Aaron was saying it can do. So I was like, okay, so I managed to clear off 1 terabyte off of my storage device, so that's good. So there's space there. Like also with like especially online games, they have a lot of game updates as well, and some of them are pretty big, so the games are expanding in size, and therefore, you know, you need room for them. If you want to have that game, you need to have that game update sort of thing. So I removed a couple of online games that I don't play or haven't like attempted to play yet. I'm just like, you know what, if it comes to it, I'll download it, I'll let it download over one evening or whatever whilst I'm sleeping, because you can easily just put it in rest mode and it's just downloaded and stuff. And then I went to bed not long after I finished downloading a little file of the zombie file that goes towards Call of Duty, and then I just set up Call of Duty to download as well as an update for Blast Unleashed, because I do play that game. Although I haven't played it in a couple of months, I do play it. It's a really, really good RPG online game. That's, yeah, it's pretty good. So that's all I did yesterday, and then I went to bed pretty early, but I did read nearly 100 pages of this. I try and save my own reading, as in like what, like my own books sort of thing, for the evening, because Galleathon is this week, so I'm kind of keeping like the Galleathon books for the daytime and then the Duff and whatever for the evening time, because they are what I've got audiobooks for. So this one I've been listening to and reading the audiobook of The Duff. It is a reread for me. I am now on page 178. I'm very, very close to the end. There are, let me have a look for you, 277 pages. So there's actually 100 pages left in this book. So I could get that done like tonight. I didn't get to read any of this yesterday, unfortunately. I did take it with me to work just in case, but the hours just fly by and you're always busy. So yeah, but I'm on page 48, so I look forward to reading some of this today when Aaron's sleeping, because he is off today, but obviously he's got to sleep at some point because he worked last night. Although he was on a sleep shift, so he might be a bit more awake than we hope, but if he only had like 4 hours sleep, then he'll need at least another 4 or something like that. So that's why it's a good opportunity whilst Aaron sleeps that I can get some reading done. It's nice that we can have that little mix together. So plans for today, Aaron's going to come home, we'll probably have a bit of gaming. At some point the guy's going to collect the controller. When Aaron goes for a nap or a sleep or whatever, or if he's just resting on the sofa, sometimes he just stretches his legs and just lays cross-armed like this. Sometimes he's comfy like that, but if he is, I don't mind like reading like whilst he's like that if he wants to. So yeah, this is my first Galleathon book. I haven't finished one yet. I know it's like day 3. It would be great if I just finished one this week, to be honest. But I'm reading mixed multimedia, you know. I'm reading a physical book for the e-arc. I'm, rereading The Duff as well as listening to it. That's getting a reread off of my list. And Kindle books for the week. I think it's best if I do that. Otherwise, if I just keep on reading Kindle books like ebook, 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 I'll just get bored. So like, just keeping myself interested. My daily checklist today isn't really that big. It's just going to be like, small little things. I always put every day to read, vlog, update my diary, update my reading journal. Those are just like the 4 normals, but I have to write it down because I'll forget. And then I'm hoping at some point today, maybe when Aaron is asleep, I can do a quick half-an-hour session filming of Ratchet & Clank, because I haven't done that for a few days, and I would like to film session number 3. That would be really, really cool. So yeah, that's my plan for today. Other than that, it's a really, really nice day. The sun is shining already and it's coming up 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, whilst I wait for Aaron, which should be another 10-15 minutes, I'm going to give this a little bit of a read. I've been thinking of possibly doing some reading sprints tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm feeling pretty good today. So I think I'm going to tell my manager I'd like to add an extra shift on next week, so that there's still a day off in between. So my manager was thinking something like, if I am okay Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. I said that's perfectly fine, because to me it's an extra shift, it's getting myself back into it. I feel perfectly fine after yesterday, the day after sort of thing. So, you know, even if it's just kept to 5 hours for the time being and then a day off in between, it's fine. And then I can see how we go after next week's 3 shifts, and then maybe I can like extend the hours or something like that. Maybe work 3 of my own actual shifts, so that they've only got to cover like 2 of my shifts. So I just want to slowly get back into my actual rota, but at the same time, if they need help covering other homes, I don't mind helping another home, because it was really nice yesterday to work somewhere different, and they were really just, they're welcoming, they're lovely, they're sweet, they make your heart just like leap out. And when I came back, I was just like, I knew that this is the job, do you know what I mean? It's just like, this is my job, like, ooh. So anyway, I'm gonna head off now, guys, because it won't be long before Aaron's home. I've got myself a cup of tea, a chocolate milkshake. I'm gonna update my documents and read until Aaron is home. But yes, hope you guys have a good day, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Hello, today is Thursday. I'm quickly going to update you on yesterday, as well as what my plans are for today. So yesterday I recorded a couple of video gamer sessions of Ratchet and Clank, and then I put the 2 gaming records onto the USB. It took a few hours, I want to say like 3 hours, maybe 2-3 hours, and then I put it onto my laptop, and that literally was done within like 2 minutes. It's on there, so the files are on there, and also my camera files are on there as well, just waiting to be edited. Most probably going to edit them later tonight when Aaron goes to work. I'm going to see how I feel though, but hopefully I can get them done. It would be nice to sort of get into the flow of like filming and editing and uploading. Obviously my schedule's a little bit sporadic at the moment, just because of my return to work. I don't have my full hours at the moment because I'm on a phased return, so it's a little bit difficult. So I spent my afternoon and evening doing that, as well as editing my vlog from last week, which was a ball ache to edit, because I didn't realise how many times I said the word or and I picked up on it, and it began to frustrate me. I did leave a few ums in the video though, because sometimes they kind of fit, but we're just gonna roll with it for that. However, I did manage to cut out at least half an hour from the video, so that is one thing I'm proud of. So that's all I did yesterday, pretty much. Nothing on Netflix, not really any reading. I read 1 chapter of my book yesterday. But now we're on to today. So the weather is cloudy, a few sunny spells have come through, but mostly it's bright, which is what I like. I can still read. I am planning on hopefully doing some reading sprints this afternoon. Unfortunately, being a lady, I had the implant removed, and now I have to deal with Tom coming to visit. And for those of you that don't know, you can literally Google it. I don't really want to go into too much detail, but it's that kind of thing that we have to deal with every month. Ladies, you'll understand. So unfortunately, Tom came today, and we're not getting along. We are not getting along today at all. I've had many a painkiller from a lot of pain that Tom has brought me. But other than that, I'm pretty okay. And yeah, that's really it. So reading sprints to do some reading, editing later, and then uploading my vlog tonight that I edited last night, and then the gaming videos I will sort out tomorrow and over the weekend. That is it, guys. That is honestly it. I've got some audiobooks here that I downloaded from my library yesterday. They are a couple of Jacqueline Wilson books. One of them is Mark Spark in the Dark, which is literally under an hour. It's a really short book. It's not going to take long, but that is going to be one that I will listen to after the Duff today, because the Duff, I've only got 100 pages left. I can get this done today, no problem. I could have got it done last night, but I just was absolutely shattered after editing my video. I literally just went to bed. And I also managed to download How to Survive Summer Camp by Jacqueline Wilson. That came through as well, so I'm gonna see how I go with like listening and stuff. I don't really know. And the other audiobook I've got that I'm going to start next week, and it's for a group read actually, is For the Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Quite a few of my lovely friends have all said, yeah, let's read it together. And so we are going to read this book next week, and I need to set up the Twitter group for it. I keep forgetting to. I'm very badly organised at the moment. I can't help myself. So I've got those audiobooks, and I'm also physically reading The Runaway Girls for the Galleathon. I'm not doing very well for the Galleathon this week because it's day number 4 and I haven't finished a book, and I'm like still under 100 pages through a book. My main focus just hasn't been on reading. I've been focusing on other things as well, like with gaming, video editing, spending time with Aaron, playing video games with Aaron, sort of thing. So it's not primarily been focused on reading. If I want to pick up a book, I'll pick up a book. But if I don't want to, then, you know, I'm mood activitying, I suppose. So, you know, with mood reading, you pick up a book you want to read. Mood activitying, you're picking up an activity that you want to do because of the mood that you're in. So if I weren't feeling great, possibly like Netflix or something, or YouTube, or watching videos or whatever, like. But if I'm feeling pretty alright, maybe I'll do a bit of reading or whatever. So it is the way it is sometimes. So yeah, just not fully, in case you're like, oh okay, you've been reading a lot like these couple of weeks. Yeah, that's why I've just not been feeling like picking up a book. If I do pick up a book, sometimes I will read it, but then I'm just like, oh, my brain's on something else. So that's it for today really, guys. That was yesterday, this is today. I'm working tomorrow 7 AM till 12. It's early, but I finish early. And then I've got the rest of the day. I had a faulty controller that I was going to give away on Marketplace for free because I couldn't get it to work, and the guy that took it away messaged me this morning saying he's fixed it, and he said as a goodwill gesture he's going to give it back to me, and I was just like, oh. So really sweet. Just goes to show there's really nice people out there, and I chose that person out of probably the 10 people that messaged me about that controller, and I guess it was fate because he managed to fix my controller, whether it was just that you took it apart, gave it a dust or whatever. Just goes to show maybe I could give it a dust myself at one point if that was purely the reason why. I'm a bit scared of a controller though. I'm very hesitant just because of it. Because I had a game delete after I used the controller, so I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be dropped back off to me tomorrow. I get amazed with the nice people in the world. So I'm gonna head off now, going to set up some sprints, probably 1:30, 2 PM, and I'll do those for a few hours, and then when Aaron's up we'll play a few games of Call of Duty Cold War Zombie mode, providing that the game is still on our consoles, and then Aaron will head to work, and then I am free to do video editing, reading, whatever I'd like to do. I have no idea. My mood can change this evening, but that's just kind of like what I feel like doing at the moment. So I will vlog for you guys after work tomorrow because it is going to be super early in the morning. I will not have time to vlog, but I'll let you know how my work day goes and my plans for the rest of tomorrow, because I might be feeling tired, I might be feeling alright. I don't really know how I will be tomorrow just yet, but we shall see. But I will see you guys soon. It's Friday, it's 8:15 in the morning. Aaron should be home like any minute. I just thought I'd very quickly vlog for you guys. So I have been up, well, been up a few times this morning, but I got out of bed at 7 o'clock this morning, so I have been up for just over an hour. Sorted the cats, the kitchen by doing the washing up, filling the kettle, filling the water filter, you know, doing generic stuff. Then I got myself ready for work. I'm feeling okay. I'm just in a bit of pain just because of the monthly, that's all it is. So I have already taken some ibuprofen and paracetamol. That should last me the next few hours, and I've got some painkillers in my work bag if needed as well. So hoping the work day is going to go a lot better. I have also got a changed shift, hence why I am videoing with you now. I was originally going to be working in a home from 7 till 12, but I got phoned last night and asked if I could work like 9 till 1 today at a different home because they have had some sickness. I was like, that's fine, I will work whatever. So I'm working in a different home today. I've not worked in the daytime at this home before, so again, it's learning something new. I have been inducted though, so I know like roughly whereabouts everything is, but it has been a few months since I've been there. Actually, I think it was last year I was last there, but they're really nice lads there. So yeah, looking forward to, I'm probably going to be doing some cooking. I don't really know what I'm going to be cooking, but we shall see. We're just going to roll with it, guys. So yeah, I'm doing that today, so I'll be leaving in literally half an hour anyway. So last night I listened to an audiobook, Mark Spark in the Dark, and it was on my borrow box. It is literally 50 minutes long or something like that. I listened to a few chapters of it and then I dozed off, and then when I woke up in the middle of the night I listened to a little bit more, then I fell asleep again, and then when I woke up the third time I kind of listened to the rest of it. So kind of like smashing it all in one, and later on when I come back from work I will add it to core pile. I'll put it on my to-do list to do, and yeah, I will do that. So that's another audiobook that's listened to, and another book that I've read, especially by Jacqueline Wilson as well. I quite enjoyed listening to it actually. It is a children's book. It's really short. I think I remember reading it actually years and years ago. It was really, really short. Same with like Video Rose, those were really short, but I didn't end up getting those. It was only until I got this whole collection and then I was like, I didn't get those two books, like. But yeah, they're available on audiobook, so might as well listen to them if I'm not going to intend to keep them, sort of thing. I don't know about like the other Jacqueline Wilson books. There might be some that I really, really enjoy that I would love to keep and reread, but that's just, you know, that's just as we go. So yesterday I finished The Duff by Katie Keplinger. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a reread and I put that on core pile. Of course it came out 5 out of 5 Kit Kats. Why wouldn't it? I loved it. The book is very different to the movie. I will say that no matter what, it is very, very different. So don't go into the book if you've seen the movie thinking, oh yeah, like I really enjoyed the movie. It's very, very different. And if you've gone into the book, so the opposite way around, you've gone into the book and you're like, oh well, this book was really, really good, and you go watch the movie and you're like, huh, like that wasn't, you know, there. Yeah, just be prepared that it is an adaptation of the book. Like it's just, it is, that was the book, and then there were some changes, quite a few changes when you think about it, but I like them both. They're different. I like the twist what they did on the book, like you know, it was quite sweet, and then this one was sweet as well. So two kind of different storylines that are kind of based with the same characters. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now because Aaron's about to head home. I'll be going to work pretty soon. I will come home later, probably game, read, and yeah, but I'll keep you updated later after work in my vlogs. Hey guys, it's Saturday, it's nearly 8 AM this morning, and I am going to update you on yesterday as well as my plans for today. So the last time I spoke to you was just before I was leaving for work yesterday morning. So my work shift went really, really well. It was brilliant, managed to get some cleaning done, and the food, we had some pasta carbonara. Everybody loved it, I loved it, it was really good. Ironically, two of my shifts, my only shifts this week, were cooking sessions, which I don't mind at all. I really enjoy cooking, especially with somebody. And we had spaghetti bolognese on the Tuesday and then pasta carbonara today. Two different meals, but they both turned out really, really well. I'm always proud of myself when the meal turns out well, and especially when other people enjoy it. That joy of like just seeing everybody enjoy the meal that you've cooked and prepared for them feels really good, you know? So yeah, successful shift, I left feeling pretty happy. I went to the shops, I needed to get some chocolate because I'm on my monthly. I just, you know, if you're a woman, you know. And then whilst I was there, I needed to get some Licky Licks for the cats. It's like a topping for the cat food. They absolutely love it. I mix it in their crunchies and their wet food, and they just love it so much. And yes, so I needed some more of them. And then I also got some cat milk, gave it to them yesterday. They lapped it up near enough straight away. Gave it to them this morning. Luckily it's quite chilled today in the house, even though the heating's on. It's, you know, it was quite cold last night, so the milk's actually fairly chilled. It's next to the water fountain. So this morning I've been up since 6:30 and I have sorted the cats out, and I did the washing up, and then I cleaned the cat's water fountain, and then I just kind of like tidied the bedroom, sorted the bed out because the sheet always falls off and the duvet looks tacky, and I arranged the pillows in a certain way for Aaron because he likes to sleep in the middle of the bed. So like I kind of move my pillows to one side and then move his pillows so that they're in the middle of the bed. He never likes sleeping on the edge, he always likes sleeping in the middle. I don't know, don't ask me, but I'm used to it by now. So I just put it in a position every time I leave the bed because I know that he's going to be the next one sleeping, and then that way he can sleep on that pillow. So I sorted the bed out, sorted myself out. I've had all my multivitamins and my antibiotic as well. And I've made myself a cup of tea, chocolate milkshake. I've got myself also my bottle of squash. I've always got plenty of fluids next to me. It's a very important asset to always keep drinking, like no matter what. Like it's very important, especially when you're on. So I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm not feeling too tired so far this morning. I only woke up like once during the night, and that was just around 3 AM when I just ran out to go to the toilet. And then I also, whilst I was there, I was checking the laptop because I was uploading my game last night. So yesterday was pretty chilled. I was sorting out something for my TBR, which I will reveal in my TBR video. It's a new thing. I'm gonna see how it goes, but I'm really excited to use it. And then I watched Riverdale's latest episode and also another episode of Zero Chill. It's a Netflix TV show I'm kind of like obsessing over at the moment. If you like figure skating and ice hockey and drama and teen stuff, yeah, you'll like it. I mean, I'm obsessed, to be honest. Like, I've got 2 episodes left already. I could have binged it the other day, but I had to restrain myself. Like, sometimes you just have to. And so I watched that, and then I uploaded the gaming video last night, and it finished 3 o'clock this morning, around about then. So today I didn't do any reading really. I literally read like 5 pages of this, The Runaway Girls by Jacqueline Wilson, and I did finish off a audiobook for Mark Spark in the Dark and Jimmy Jelly, Jacqueline Wilson books, children's books. But actually, do you know what? I really enjoyed Mark Spark in the Dark. I gave it 4 out of 5 Kit Kats, and Jimmy Jelly I gave 3. I found it okay, and yeah, you know, they are what they are, but they're good. I can see them being really good for children. But actually, I really enjoyed the audiobook. Like, the narrator was brilliant. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I finished those off, and I read all that. So not really a lot, and yeah, I collapsed with sleep last night. I was tired in the end after everything. I did do quite a lot in the end. So I'm waiting to hear about my shifts for next week because I said I felt perfectly fine last night after my shift and everything. I wanted to see how I was in the evening, so I should hopefully have an extra shift. So I should hear back what 3 shifts I'll be working next week. It should be 3 5-hour shifts, but I don't care, like, wherever they are. Like, maybe one could be a morning, the next one could be an evening. It wouldn't matter, like, because I've got that break to have sleep, get myself recharged for the shift, and I should be fine. But I'm really excited and looking forward to working another shift because you don't get paid a lot. Like, in what I have done with sick pay and my normal pay, I don't get paid a lot. So unfortunately I am behind pay at the moment. I didn't really get paid a lot this month, only a few £100, so I've just got to be so careful with my spendings, only be able to treat myself once, maybe twice a month on something, whether it's a book or two. You know, I've just got to be really careful with money, and just make sure that my bills and my credit card in total come to around about £400. Honestly, doesn't sound like a lot, but yeah, I've just got to be really careful, because all of my bills and subscription boxes of Illumicrate, Fairly, Audible, Scribd, all of that, and the cat's vets and everything comes to 173. So deduct that from 400, and that's like, you know, 100 goes towards food for myself. I spend roughly around £25 a week on myself. I went for a big shop last week. This week's going to be a little shop because I bulk bought a few things, hence why I did spend a little bit more this month. So I should be alright this week. I just need to have a look at the meals that I've got in the fridge, in the freezer, in the cupboard. I might be okay. It would only be things like bread, sandwich meat, and maybe a refreshment of salad or something. But that's just for next week. Not going to worry about that just yet. The weather at the moment, it's really cold, it's cloudy. The cats are next to me bird watching just there. You might be able to see Nutmeg in a little hole. So it's quite cold. The heating's on at the moment. We've got a heater in here and heater in the bedroom, because Aaron's probably going to go to bed near enough straight away, because he didn't sleep much yesterday. It's really kind of nice feeling actually, knowing that Aaron struggled to sleep when I was at work, but when I'm home he felt relaxed enough to sleep. I don't know why, like it's a really nice feeling to have, to know that somebody feels relaxed around you. And yesterday Aaron did a really sweet thing. When he went to go to the shops, he wanted to get some food for himself, and he came back with a bunch of flowers and a teddy bear saying love, and I was just like, what's this for? And he was like, just because. And I was like, a late Valentine's? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay, really sweet. Had to hide the flowers away from the cats though, so I had to find a little vase in the kitchen, and I've put it up on a really high shelf, but the cats keep looking at it, especially Nutmeg. She really wants to get it. And I'm like, no, leave the flowers alone. At some point this evening I will edit my gaming video for session number 4. I am filming 2 sessions at a time of gaming at the moment, so it's just a lot easier. 2 half-hour videos roughly, and it's just easier to edit, because that way I can, once I get back into the swing of things, maybe have 2 videos a week and then slowly get into more. You know, gaming isn't my full-time job, so it's easier. I would like to try and get 3 done a week. It would be nice. So maybe I could like try and do 2, I don't know, film 2 and then film 2 and then film 2, and then I've just got them to use, and then they don't take too long to edit now that I've done it the way that I've done it. So yeah, I am going to be reading Serpent and Dove today by Shelby Mahurin, because it's the Bookoplathon. It starts, well, it's already started at midnight. There's live shows all day, and the new one's going to start in literally a few minutes, I think. Oh, it's just started. It's 8 o'clock. So I'm going to head off now because I need to go have a wash, get myself dressed and everything freshened up, and then I will begin this very book. Hopefully by then everyone will be beginning of sprints, and Aaron should be home in a few minutes as well, so if I can get that all timed correctly, it'll be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, just wanted to update you on stuff, and hopefully I will speak to you guys very soon. It's Sunday. I'm just here to let you know about yesterday as well as what's happening today. The current time is 8:05. Aaron should be home from work soon. I have actually been up since just after 6:30, so I've already got up, sorted the cats, sorted the kitchen. gave the place a hoover, and yeah, give it a little tidy. And here I am, guys, I'm here. I've got my breakfast melon here to eat after this video. It's really ripe, so it's going to be beautiful and juicy. So yesterday was the first day of the Bookopoly readathon, and the first 2 rolls were dropped before the readathon started so that we could get our books ready for it. Some people are going to go for a book every prompt. There are going to be 8 in total, I believe, over 48 hours. I'm just going to try and find a book for every 2 prompts that I've managed to do so far, actually, because we did have an extra roll drop come at midnight last night, and it was for a first book in a series, and it ended up on a chance card. And basically what Becca does with her chance card is she has books that she really wants to read and books that she isn't so keen to read, all mixed in one, and then it's just a chance of which book comes out. So Gavin was like, you can pretty much do the same, make your own chance cards and like pick one randomly or put them in a pile, use a random number generator. So that's the one that I'm going to use. I have literally got my pile of books here next to me, right there, they're here, nearly as tall as me, and I've got the random number generator here on my laptop. I'm literally going to generate a number right now as we speak, and the number that's come up is 7, and the maximum was 18. So I'll just quickly share that result there with you. You'll see the number 7, and so I'm going to literally from this pile here count down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the Iron King by Julie Kagawa. And basically what I've done is I've put all of my first books in a series that I've got around me. Ones that are rereads, ones that I'm really excited for, ones I'm not so keen on. And so this one is actually an interesting one, because this one is one of those series where I'm like, I don't know what I feel about it. I'm like excited because it's Julie Kagawa, and I really like her Immortal Rules series, like with the Blood of Eden, I think is actually called. I really liked those books. So I don't know what this book's going to be like, so I'm excited for that. But at the same time, it's quite an old series, so I don't know what I'm going to think about it. But I've had it for quite a while. I should get it read anyway, so maybe I could like take a dive into it and see what I think about it, maybe read a chapter of it, and if I'm really enjoying it I could fly through it. So I might give that a chance today. So that's going to go towards those 2 challenges. We're going to have another 2 roll drops come, I think, midday today, so there'll be another chance for another book. But I don't know how my reading's going to go today, because I don't really know like how I'm feeling. So that's pretty much the most of what happened yesterday. I'm only a few chapters into Serpent and Dove, but I'll just give you a quick rundown of the challenges. These are the 3 books I've got: Dark Cover and Fantasy, and the other 2 roll drops were yesterday as well, midday, and that was for a POC character and a contemporary. So I managed to find one with a POC character and a contemporary, so that's brilliant. And then the one that I've just shared with you that was at midnight, which is the first book of the series and the chance of what's going to come out. So I've got 3 books, still too many for me to read in a day, but I like to put books towards prompts and just see how I go. I want to participate with everybody else, that's just the main thing. Even though I would know that I'm not going to achieve anything, it's just nice to join in with everybody else and participate and just read together in general. So I'm feeling alright today. I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm a little bit bunged up and sinusy this morning, but sometimes I'm like that when I'm tired and when it's early, and sometimes I'm like that if I've actually got a cold. So I don't really know. There is a cold going around, so I don't really know, but I'm okay. It's just, you know, my nose is a bit runny and ugh. So that is what I'm reading. Today I would like to get some gaming videos done, of a couple of Ratchet and Clank videos. I edited and uploaded my part 4 last night on my gaming channel, so I need to film 5 and 6 today if I can, and then I should hopefully be able to edit it possibly on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll see. But I've kind of set my weekly planner already, like, of things next week, because I've already got some shifts next week. I'm working Monday and Friday next week, but that could change as well because my shift on Friday changed, so it could all happen. but that's okay. So I'm working tomorrow 9 to 1. Both of them at the moment are cooking shifts, so that should be pretty fun. I always enjoy a good bit of cooking, especially something new. It's interesting when following a recipe as well, so yeah, should be pretty good. So, and then tomorrow after work, again, I'd like to go shopping to get my weekly shop. It's not too big at the moment. I'm writing down my meals. I need to print off actually my meal planner. What I'm going to do is I designed one last night. It literally is just like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then Monday to Sunday, and then in every slot I just plan my meal for the week, like for every day sort of thing. So like for example, like I'll write the list of meals that I've got, and then it'll be like breakfast, like cereal or melon, or will I be at work sort of thing, to have the lunch at work, so I could put like lunch at work, that sort of thing. So you know, it's just trying to keep tabs on the meals that I've got, using what I've got, and you know, getting rid of, you know, not wasting stuff. I've got cereals that I haven't had cereals in a while, since literally the last time I had a cereal was probably January, before I had the COVID and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to head off now, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Social media links are down below if you would like to follow me elsewhere: Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, all my gaming channel details down below as well. And yeah, I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie. Goodbye.